Welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm the other half of the Delco Duo, Jenna Meisner. Our intro there has me missing warm summer nights and dining under the stars. Wish we were there right now, but here we are.
And it's funny because like people do comment. They'll email and be like, you guys need to change your intro.
Never. Like, we love it.
We're not going to change our intro just because it's freezing outside and that's
Should we make them seasonal? Like we do different things in the winter. We go sledding.
No, we're not going to make it seasonal. You know, you can dream of better days because it really has been very tough lately.
Yeah, I got on my thick turtleneck, my
Your neck brace.
My neck brace. Although I did tweak my neck sleeping this past week, so I have been turning with my full body.
Which is funny because my husband also tweaked his neck. And we were laughing because it says like Instagram has this thing. It's like all those people who are sleeping at their in-laws who are now like, you know,
from the holidays
who are like now like tweak their neck. But he did not sleep at his in-laws. He just slept at his regular house.
I think we need new pillows, but that's a conversation for another day.
Go to Home Goods. We bought 6 new pillows and it's been great.
Okay.
It's been great.
I get overwhelmed by all the pillow options though. There's so many like different threads and I don't know if I like it really soft. I definitely don't like a hard pillow, but.
And then you buy a pillow and then.
If you don't like it.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
But you can't return it because you've already put your head on it.
Oh, it's probably so gross to think about how many pillows have been. Can you return pillows?
No,
I'm sure you can.
I mean, I don't.
I'm sure you can though.
No, if we don't like the pillow, put it to the basement.
Okay.
That's where our guests take the pillows we don't like.
Pillow graveyard. Let's get to the debrief. So yeah, it's been downright cold and we actually had a measurable snow.
And I think a lot of people hated this snow because it came right after the holidays. So we had like, you know, a 2-week holiday, bam, a snow day. That just rocked.
Finally, when the kids were getting ready to go back to school, it was one more joke by Mother Nature. So we had snow, obviously, last year when Cruz was maybe 8 or 9 months, and we just sort of plopped him in the snow, and he was happy to be outside. This year, I was so stressed. I had to get him snow gear. I didn't have anything that fit him, so I rushed, did like a pickup order of some snow bibs, and was so excited to bring him out into the snow. And we have some pictures of how it went. So there he is. Yep, and you can tell by his face.
Even with the pacifier.
Right, I let him bring it outside because I wanted it to sort of help. And here's the audio. Oh, my poor baby. You would have thought that I was placing this kid in lava.
It's worse than lava.
Confused.
It's cold snow.
And my husband being from New Hampshire, he's like, oh no, something needs to change here. But he didn't like the mittens, so his hands were cold. So it lasted not long. It was brief moment outside. So we did not enjoy our first snow day this year.
Okay. And I think it is totally fine. He's too young. He will grow to love it. It takes a while.
He takes a lot of my personality in the sense that he is very hesitant of new things. And although he saw snow last year, he doesn't remember. So it is like very new. So I was not in any way surprised that he acted this way.
Yes. And this was and we talked about it, this was a cold snow. Mm-hmm. This wasn't like one of those like, you know, wet snows where it kind of wasn't cold. This was bitter cold.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that fun of a snow to go out in because the second you got out there, you were just cold.
And my neighbors were probably like, you're torturing him. Bring him inside. And here I am videoing him. Like, I need to save this for the memories.
But here's what you have to look forward to.
Oh no, that's Cruz again.
Wait, do we have mine?
Yes, there we go.
Hey, this is a little bit older. My kids went exploring. This was about an hour. They were outside. An hour. And here we are. So, you know, JoJo's 5.5. You've got about 5 years to go.
Oh, great. Girlfriend acted like she was going down Mount Everest.
Yes, I know. And look at who's behind her and not anywhere near the sled yet.
So Bubba's still not into sledding. He liked to explore, but he wasn't into the...
He'll explore, he'll walk, and then sledding he's still not into because I think he's fearful that his face might go plopping into the snow. So you've got years before they get really into snow.
Wonderful.
He still isn't in love with snow yet.
And last year he didn't love the snow, and he was closer to Cruz's age last year.
He cried when I put him out.
Okay, so I'm happy to know that that's a little bit normal, but I thought we were going to have like a magical memory, and it was anything but that.
Nope. So don't spend any more money on snow gear. What you have is
He'll
enough.
grow into it. It actually was huge, so I'm like, check. We'll be good next year too.
That's what I'm saying. Don't spend any more money. He'll grow into this. You don't need any more like fun snow gear. It's like what you have is enough.
All right. Well, Josephine at least really enjoyed it.
I love her. Oh, whoop.
I love it. All right, let's get to our first issue of the evening. Of course, you submit them, we keep you anonymous, and we talk about it on the Delco Duo.
Yep. So, Glinda from Garnet Valley.
I just watched Wicked, so that's why I made the name Glinda.
Glinda. That was in sync. All right, love you girls, but what happened to your Philly accents? Did broadcast training rid our area's unique dialect from you? Are you truly Delco natives?
Okay, so we would love to talk about this. I feel like you really tried to, you read that kind of
Delco,
Philly-esque.
We could get back into it if we wanted to.
You say water on air.
Yes.
Monica has always said water on air. I say water just because, I don't know, I've just changed it to that way because, again, some people do not like the distinct dialect, I feel like some people write in, they either like it or they don't like it.
Right. And I wouldn't necessarily say I've ever had a crazy Delco accent.
No.
My parents definitely have a harder Delco accent than I do. And which is even crazier, my parents do. My aunts and uncles have a deeper Delco accent than my dad does. You know what I mean? It can range
to the point,
from person to person.
I think this job for sure changes the way that you speak because you work with people from so many different places in the country, different anchors and whatnot, and they say things differently, and you sort of all try to be cohesive in how you talk. So I think, it definitely has an impact. There's no training. We didn't sit through a training that sort of, stripped us of an accent.
What I'm finding interesting is where I went to school. I went to school in Lower Merion. And so a lot of my teachers didn't have Delco accents, people who were teaching me how to talk. So maybe that's a little bit of it. But I'm noticing my daughter, her teachers have Delco accents because she's, right in the heart of media.
So she's picking it up.
She's a Delco accent, and then I'm just like, wow, girlfriend.
But what truly hurts, Glinda, are you truly Delco natives? Of course.
Yeah.
We are not putting on a front for the Delco Duo. I was born at Crozier Hospital in Chester and grew up in Delaware County my entire life. So yes, I am truly a Delco native.
Yeah, Delco native. I mean, okay, I'll be honest with you. I was born in Abington Hospital because... I don't know, my parents' healthcare took them to Abington.
You're really going to ruin this whole show, Monica.
Well, I don't know. They went to Abington Hospital for some reason. But my mom's Havertown, my dad's Ridley.
We need to do a special Delco Duo episode where we have our family come in and they sit in these chairs and you get to have an insight into more of why we are the way we are. My mom and your dad, I feel would thrive as the Delco Duo.
They would, but this is our show.
My mom says Monday,
yeah, but
Tuesday.
Whatever, I don't know. It's not an accent that makes it.
No.
It's our thoughts.
We've got many of those. Coming up next, we've got another issue, and this one is sort of post-holiday. Someone's upset about the time that their son spent with the daughter-in-law's family, something we've all dealt with, so stick around. So a lot of the times, Monica and I have conversations. We talk all day long, working together, and something we were talking about that I wanted to bring onto the Delco Duo was if you had to sing a verse from a song, and it was life or death. You had to get every word right. What would you choose to save your life?
And the lives of others.
Oh, okay. Wow, we're putting a lot on this.
My husband is standing on a diving board and someone's
I just met yourself, but if you want to kill off your husband, that's fine.
It would definitely be a Celine Dion song.
Okay.
It would be a Celine Dion song, To Love You More, or Tell Him, which is a duet.
So you're going diva. I was going like rap verse, like a rap.
No, which, divas, they're like song ballads. They've got these long.
So you're putting a lot of work to save yourself and your husband. Because
Yeah, but I have sung these songs in the car a million times over. I've taken, like back in the day, I've taken the sleeve out of the CD case and I've read the lyrics. Like I've tell
you put
him,
the work in to
is
save your life.
Yeah, so Tell Him is a duet, and I've always wanted to karaoke with like Celine Dion or Barbra Streisand themselves, and I like.
So that's what you would pick.
Yeah.
Okay, I would pick Lil Wayne's verse in Down. His song with Jay Sean. It was so popular in like 2010.
Baby, are you down,
Yes.
down?
Do you know Lil Wayne's verse? I could.
Down like you're close to me.
You'd be dead already. I can't sing it because it's obviously Lil Wayne, the things he used to sing about would be cancelable
But that is,
nowadays. But that is a verse that is cemented into my brain that I could say every word perfectly and save humanity.
and yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, so
well,
you're saving humanity.
Well,
I'm only saving my husband.
you wanted to up the stakes, so
Yeah,
I
okay.
could save the U.S. of A., the world, with
Just hand me a microphone,
Jay
man.
Sean Down, but Lil Wayne's verse.
Baby, are you down, 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 down? That's a good one.
That
That's
is,
good.
yeah. I love it. Okay, you think about it and email us because I
What
want to know
song?
what song you would use to save humanity.
Humanity. And it would be funny. It's like, like behind you, they have the words and the thing's like bopping along, and then all of a sudden you get one
And
thing
the
wrong.
world's watching. I feel like this would be a Squid Game, like Squid Game.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
I still have to watch season 2. That just came back out, but I haven't watched it yet.
But then all of a sudden it gets to the very end and you actually sing that last word, and it's like you've saved the world with your singing.
Wow, what a vision. Okay, let's get to our second
With
issue.
Celine Dion and Barbra Streisand.
We could make a movie off of this idea concept.
Okay.
All right, Cole.
Cole from Cole Wim. You both are around the same age of our son and wife. They have 4 children, ages 2, 4, 6, and 8, and live an hour away from us. The past 5 years, they have spent every holiday with our daughter-in-law's family. Do you have any suggestions about how my wife and I can approach this topic with our son and his wife about splitting time with both families during the holidays without causing family issues?
A tale as old as time, Cole. Oh my goodness. So many in-laws and married couples deal with this problem.
They do.
And it's unfortunate because
It always seems to be, like the wife like dictates what they're doing, and it's kind of more one-sided, her side of the family. And again, there's, TikToks and Instagrams about how mothers are so sad that they know their son's going to be.
well, that's how I feel because obviously I come from a family of 3 girls, and yes, I do feel like it's very heavy on our side because so like in this situation, I'm probably the daughter-in-law, and I'm sure my in-laws sort of feel this way. But again, we have the whole other aspect of them living 7 hours away, so that changes things.
Yeah.
But if you're in close proximity, this has got to be really hard. He says, what, they live an hour away?
Yeah.
So an hour
it's like
away is still
not
a
that
distance.
close, but it is
It's still a
close.
distance on the holidays to go.
Here's what I suggest, because I always am interested. I feel like my family, and one of the reasons that we are always doing things with my family, and I've told you this before, is that we have a lot of traditions. Like we, on Christmas Eve, we have all of these traditions that we do. So it's kind of like predetermined that we're going to be doing things with my family because we have this tradition that we have to uphold. We have this tradition that we have to uphold. Cole, what I would suggest, make traditions
That you
even
can't
though you
miss.
yes, that you can't miss.
Yeah.
And you might be saying, well, we don't have tradition. Make one up. Say, hey, on this day, we are going to do this. We're going to go visit Longwood Gardens. That's our tradition now. Every year, my family does this.
Yeah.
And you guys have to be
And if
there.
you're willing to be flexible on like not the actual holiday, like so
Yeah.
what we do is we have 2 Christmases technically, one
Right.
Christmas with my in-laws and then the actual Christmas.
Right.
So maybe pick the weekend before or the weekend after, and that is your holiday if they
Yeah.
are not willing to budge with going to your daughter-in-law's house.
Right. And once you
tough.
set that up, it's like a Secret Santa, or it's going and visiting. It's a cooking something. Oh, we have a big, gravy and meatball day.
Or it's only an hour. Invite the in-laws.
Yeah.
They should invite you. You can invite them.
Absolutely.
Spend it all together.
Always intermix the families. It's always so fun.
All right, coming up on the Delco Duo, we've got one of our own issues to talk about.
Excited to hear.
Stay with us. We're still talking about the song lyrics and what we would sing to save the world. It's really fun. That's like a good dinner party topic.
But
combo.
my song is so much more innocent than yours.
Well, it's Lil Wayne. I mean, you know what you're getting involved. It's like Eminem. Eminem, his lyrics, whew.
Like when you really think about him.
Whew. His most recent song that came back on the radio when he's talking about getting canceled and says every horrific, horrible thing you can possibly say in today's day and age. It's wild. It's wild. So, yeah.
Yeah. When you
it's the part of the shock value of them.
When you start to think about what you were singing back in the day.
Right? You don't even know half the time what the lyrics meant because you're a kid. And then you think about it as an adult and you're like, wow, I can't even believe that was on the radio.
Or some of those silly songs that really didn't mean anything, like Who Let the Dogs Out? I don't think there was any double meaning to that. It's just who let the dogs out.
Oh, I agree with you. I thought that you knew of a secret double meaning.
No, I don't think there was a double meaning to that.
We'll have to go down a rabbit hole. I'm sure if we Google it, there'll be some Reddit thread about how
there is a double meaning
this is what the dogs were and this is why they were letting them out.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Or what's that song? Okay, I got to think of it. Next commercial, I'll think about it. Let's get to my issue.
Meisner needs an advisor.
So I wanted to talk about this photo fail, and I will talk about that, but I also wanted to bring up, I kind of have two issues because I just thought about this as I was fixing my hair during the commercial break. Christmas, my mom was over, and she was sitting on my couch, and I was sitting on the floor cleaning up some toys, and she let out this like horrified, like, oh my God. And I was like, what? She's like, you have gray hair. And I was like, Mom! So the top of my hair, so obviously I used to be a lot blonder, but just when it turned to fall and upkeep, I went a little bit darker. So the blonde did a really good job of hiding any of the grays, but I have like a couple of gray hairs now. I don't even know if the camera will pick them up.
But you are bold for just like, you don't even need to talk about this.
You see them right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have thought that I don't know. My mom was about to cry. She's like, you might as well pick out my casket. Like my baby, because I'm the youngest of her kids. My baby has gray hair. Like I might as well die next week. Yeah. She was so dramatic. And she goes, you have the gray stringy hair like my mom used to have. So that's her mom. She's like, that's really doesn't take to color well. I'm like, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to me. So she had a total overreaction to me having a couple of gray hairs.
Wait, but does she have gray hair?
Yeah, she colors.
But she colors. So
she colors. My sister, Alexa, my middle sister, she has gray hairs too. She's got darker hair. She colors it. Tara, my oldest sister, has the blonde like I used to have. So I don't know. I'm sure she does. She's real uptight. So I'm sure she definitely has some gray hairs.
Popping.
But I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm so self-conscious because my mom was having made this huge deal about the fact that I had a couple of gray strands. Like
it doesn't have
just, there they are.
Thank you,
see them?
Shane.
And do you remember, I think it was like maybe a couple months ago when we were doing our hair, I was like, oh my God, do I have gray hair? I said that to you and Kelsey when we were getting ready for the show. So I've noticed it, but like,
just
I didn't say anything.
It's not to do with you. It's more of a reflection on her.
Well, she just feels really old because I'm her youngest and I have a couple of gray hairs. Wow.
She's a grandmom. Like,
she made me feel really self-conscious. Like I felt like I needed to make a hair appointment on Christmas Day.
Like, good morning, Lynn. You're a grandmom. Like, welcome.
Anywho, that's not my issue, but I just wanted to bring that up because I didn't know if
you look great. Root touch up. You don't even.
You don't have any gray hair. Do you hide it?
I get like one. Every
You're not
month.
supposed to pull it out though.
And I,
You do?
yeah, because I only get one.
Yeah, but they say, is that a myth that when you pull out a gray hair, like
Do grow back?
some
No,
grow back?
That's not a. That's a myth. That's
Okay.
a total myth. And they just tell you not to do that because you shouldn't be plucking. But like, I'll get one and pew, that's gone, and then it's gone for like a while.
Okay.
So mine aren't growing that numerously because I must not like grow.
My husband has
hair that
gotten
quickly,
so
I guess.
gray since being married to me. He has
Yes.
his beard, everything about him. And he's like,
Yes.
this is you. This
And
is
it's
you.
so
This is
annoying
the
'cause-
reason that I'm so gray. It's being married to you.
Yes, being married, but so cliche. They look so good.
I love a silver fox. And I'm not even going to talk about the issue that I was going to talk about. I can save that for a later date because it's not, I think
Yeah.
gray hair is more important than that one.
Yes.
So, root touch up. They make those little like the little mirror things now.
Yeah.
They have like little like makeup almost.
Yeah, it's
But
it's very easy to hide. No, you can't even see it. You really can't even see it. But like, yes, your mom, any mom in the world is going
sees
to
their
be the
child.
one to be like, oh my god.
Especially their youngest.
Yes.
It is quite shocking.
Yeah.
I don't know. When do you normally start to get gray hair? I mean, I'm 30. Am I too
After
young?
you have kids.
That makes sense.
No, it is. That's all it is.
They train.
I'm sorry.
Our husbands get gray hair when they get married. The wives get gray hair when they have kids.
When they have kids.
And that's the cycle of life. So don't get married and don't have any kids, and you will never
is-
have any gray hair.
I really do feel as though gray hair doesn't have anything to do with age. It really is the stress. It's the stress, man.
Okay. Well, I feel better now. I'm
Yep.
so stressed out that I'm going to be completely gray by next week. Delco trivia. Here we go. What Delco town has the most popular sledding hills? All right. If you grew up in Delco and you spent your snow days sledding, I think this answer is probably
Yeah.
pretty obvious. So, what Delco town has the most popular sledding hills?
And if you ask around, people are going to recommend a few of these in media. Number one, I think, is Glen Providence Park.
You
That
know,
is a scary.
I've never been there to sled.
Oh, it is scary.
I always was Roastery Park because it was so close to my house.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So Roastery Park, and I love when it snows and you drive past Roastery Park and you just see these kids having the
kids.
time of
Yeah.
their life.
Yep.
And then Ridley Creek, which I'm trying to think in Ridley Creek, like where is
I
a
don't know.
good spot to sled? There's
don't know.
trees everywhere.
Don't ask me.
But Visit Delco, they put out a list like on the snow day this past Monday, and those were amongst the most popular.
I'm thinking Ridley Creek out not near the Peace Wall. You know that one?
You're going right into that dove. Right into that dove on the wall.
I'm thinking it's near the horse stables. You know where the horse.
You've got to go a bit back.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like super accessible from the road.
Careful.
They also
Glen
had
Providence, please be careful because I know there's like some water features at the bottom.
Yeah.
Glen Providence is so fun, but yeah, you can really go.
they had the Willows in Wayne and Strathaven High School in Wallingford. They were also on the list.
Yeah,
So-
that's a good one. That's a good one. And Linwood in Havertown.
Okay.
That's a school. And it has a very steep but short, like, hills. Very
Steep
fun.
and short. All right.
Steep and short.
So as we're just getting into winter, there's your guide. If I don't think any of our little ones are up watching us right now at nearly
No, because
midnight, but
it's good to have a guide because I know I was seeing on like parent community page
Where to
on
go.
Facebook, people were like, "Hey, I'm new here. Where do I go for sledding?"
yeah.
Glen Prof.
Be careful though.
Wear a helmet.
Delco Duo at PHL17.com. Best way to talk with us.
Thanks for watching.